Thank you very much. I tell you the truth, I don't tell you lies. I'm a pharmacist and I've practiced on community space for over 30 years. I know what works and what doesn't work. There are so many products around that are flying, but none of them have caught my fancy, like what I've seen with this agro-global product. Number one is that there are some diabetic people I'm managing, but one of the challenges we have is to get regular sugar maintain the balance. It's fluctuating. Sometimes we saw one of them in particular had used insulin over a long period of time. At the time, I had to switch to insulin, but I know the dangers of insulin. So apparently there's nothing I could do, I was able to do. But when they introduced this product for me, thank God the person who introduced the person to me, is somebody I trust. I said, look, as a pharmacist, I don't want to tell somebody that this thing works and it will not work. If it will, just like to count me off. Let me first of all use on myself. Then when I use that, I don't have any of those amen, but two things I noticed. One was energy. Second was stress. Stress, I just feel so calm. So when I now gave it to that, because I tested, I gave it to that diabetic person. Actually, within the next day, the thing stabilized. Wow. So the man that came on coming. Sometimes you cannot tell people to register. I don't say to them, but he keep on coming. When that one finished, he will come for another one. And I also have another person with, I thought it was a diabetic problem he has, and the leg was becoming gangrene, when it turns to the point of cutting off. So when there was one particular product I used to have, but I don't have them. They called again. I said, let me go to see her. And I went to see her. But unfortunately or fortunately again, I was thinking of the gangrene on the leg. The woman opened up and I saw big wound. So I was even afraid that maybe it was cancerous and I didn't want to. I just encouraged them. But inside my heart, I was beginning to think that it's cancerous. But once I started taking Europe, the next day I went there, came around my pharmacy, and she started coming back to where she was. And she's a fashion designer. The thing has started healing. Wow. So honestly, I have so many products. That's why I'm here. I came from Abuja to tell everybody, if after hearing this thing and people die around you, without using it, God will hold you responsible.